to this special event, policy conversation and presentation by Carnegie Endowment for International Peace in partnership with Agora Policy. It is such a wonderful moment for us to gather here this morning. Thank you, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for accepting the invitation of taking time out of your busy schedule to be here today. As we begin, allow me to extend our warmest greetings to our eminent speakers and distinguished guests.
I just came back from Kenya. At least in the capital city, in the major cities, you don't experience a power outage. Why has Nigeria struggled with that?
Politics trumps everything. And if you don't have the proper political settlement, it becomes extremely difficult to have elite consensus, to have long-term plans that everyone will buy into across party lines and so on. And it just becomes, based on accidents and luck. I was part of that one accident that everyone is talking about, the second term of Obasanjo and the aftermath, when we exited London and Paris clubs, we averaged 7% annual GDP growth for a long period. And Professor Saludo's suggestion that perhaps we should not despair, but look at that period and see what did we do right. Because it means Nigeria can do it. We can replicate this. It was all Nigerians and it was a Nigerian president. It was a 4-year election cycle. But we're able to do so much in that period and laid a solid foundation for our successors. But something went wrong somewhere. I think there is a need to study that and then understand it.
If you think about economics, some of the most important economists have been what they call economic historians.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. Now, there are 3 periods where our nation has performed. Just before independence, 58, 66. Slightly after the Civil War, 72 to 79, 78, okay? And basically 2000, 2007, 2008. In 1960, we said this nation would be run through 3 regions largely. One small one where I come from, Midwest, up there, okay? And we would focus on making the Nigerian dream come true. There was only one thing that these people realized, that you are competing. And to compete, therefore, you had to have your best.
Right now, I mentioned something about thinking about the role of the state and the market, the role of the private sector. We don't see those kinds of meaningful debates happening even among academics in this country. It's all like at the gutter right now, and it's really a tragedy. So I think there is also an onus on the media, civil society, intellectuals to try to elevate the quality of discourse, because this affects everybody. You have a green passport. When you go to the border, customs in any country, they're not looking at your religion or region. You're going to get treated the same way.
If we're going to build a better, competent, more organized country, it has to be a coalition of the willing. And we need to bring every serious-minded people on board. I have been an advocate of a government of national competence, but a government of national competence that is also the product of our variegated political structures.
Look, Zainab's absolutely right, and you've heard all the other admin speakers here confirm that. Politics, ultimately at the root, development is political. And as Zainab points out, economic policy outcomes, and hence development outcomes, are rooted in political reality. Of course, there's a back and forth. Economic policy outcomes resulting in good development can be a virtuous cycle which enables and facilitates all.
The only way we have a country is to let us experiment, fail, experiment, and that's how our repertoires have developed. You must unleash the base for you to have competitive systems. You cannot have a competitive economy without having a competitive system.
These decisions need to be taken from day one. And Nigerians need to understand that without these decisions, freeing up fiscal space, you are never going to have the investments you want in human capital to diversify the economy.
A different development path is not just desirable for Nigeria, it's necessary, it is urgent, it is existential. And there can be no better time than now to start that deliberate study of not just thinking differently, but acting differently, and most importantly, optimally and consistently.